Hello again! It's time to play some Wingspan again. And if you watch this video close to its release, you know it's probably related to the Wingspan World Cup 25, and you are right. This is my game number 6. I've been blessed with a 5-0 start, so there's no pressure. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. So the opening hand is between not amazing and too expensive. I am going first. The tray looks quite nice with Morning Dove and Little Ringed Plover, suggesting that I might play a game without using the grasslands actually. So I will pretty certainly draw these two birds as my first action. Great Eagle and Bald Eagle seem to be very good for all but the third round goal. And I don't think that I want to utilize any of these other birds. So I'm probably doing it like this. I'm not sure I will... Oh, interesting. Probably not be able to play the big birds in the first round, but that's not the highest priority. I don't like any of these bonus cards. I have no real idea to... I mean, my opening hand doesn't suggest any of these. Forest Data Analyst might just work. You know, we'll start out with a Morning Dove in the forest probably. It has actually medium-sized wingspan for the forest, so there are many forest birds that are actually smaller. So it could be actually a descending wingspan setup for this, or rather premium strategy for handling bad bonus cards. Try to find the kiwi. Discard it and find something better. I mean, Forest Data Analyst is not a super difficult bonus card, it's just... it imposes some weird constraints on your engine building, because in order to build a good forest you want to usually play birds there that have usual powers and not usual wingspans. Useful wingspans. So, yeah. These consecutive points or wingspans cards are always nice if you have good food production and it's just about playing some birds. Then it's often quite possible to, yeah, manage to fulfill these bonus cards while you're on it. But yeah, so in this game I don't have an option to start with a 200 centimeters bird or with a 15 centimeters bird, because Morning Dove is the only one available. We flipped aside to Chagapan, which is a good bird, which we won't draw though. Sheesh, I'm having lexical trouble over here. The grey heron does not really matter. I wonder how so many of the European birds really suck. I mean, I like the grey heron, like personally, it's... there are many of these guys living around here in my vicinity, but in Wingspan this card is just so useless. And it used to be a bit better before the Oceania board, but even then it was not a great power. There's many nice European birds that just suck in terms of yeah, wingspan card quality. Sea, Kingfisher. Oh, what else have we got? There are many European birds that are common or beautiful or both in real life and that just don't do anything. Or the blackbird, which is basically the grey heron for the forest. Well, why I'm telling all this? Because I'm waiting for my opponent. Either my opponent got frozen, or they have to reconsider the satire Tragopan that just flipped. I hope that they don't consider the Grey Heron that just flipped. Let's see. Aha, something happened. So they drew the satire Tragopan. That's fine by me. I want to have this Morning Dove here and go for some food draw. Maybe if I don't do much else than gaining food, especially with the 2 fish available here, we might actually be able to play both. Satire Tragopan has been dropped. Okay, I will gain 2 nectar and an egg. If the feeder stays exactly like this, I will just play Bold Eagle and snatch these 2 fish. If not, we'll see. Okay, it's not. So they gained the 2 fish. Okay. They must have a plan. Maybe penguin or puffin or something like that. In any case, I will then... I could also... I do have the food available for Great Egret into Plover, actually. It's probably the better play, because I want to be able to draw cards with some upside. So let's just do that. One note about the satire Tragopan, it's also a 5-point bird, which is elegantly qualified for the round goal. Northern Gannet. Okay. Fun fact, the Northern Gannet is the first bird I ever played in a game of Wingspan. When my friend Janis, greetings if you're watching, showed me this game for the first time in 2020 or so. This was the first bird that I played. I had no clue what was good or what was not good. And I didn't catch many fish with it, but yeah. Still fond memories that this was my first Wingspan bird ever. Righty. Coming back to this game, I don't think I'm interested in any of these beerbs. So I will just draw 2 cards, maybe target or discard something for the plover. Is it plover or plover? I didn't do my homework. I don't think I want any of these, so not technically bad, but also not insane. I mean, Sandpiper is quite nice because it is 5 points, which might do the trick. Also, it might be a nice strategic move to give cards to my opponent, because they have the Tragopan and might be inclined to give cards back to us. So it could be, we could establish a Settlers of Catan-like trading economy here. So they have drawn Eleonora's Falcon. They have played Northern Gannet, so it's quite likely that my opponent will reach 3 birds with the right amount of points, so I should not be too straightforward to try to get that, but rather try and find an engine of my own. Probably doesn't help. Snowy Owl is always nice. Yeah, I think I need to cycle through some eggs, even though I don't have many eggs, just to see more cards. Probably not doing this. okayish card supply over here. Egg supply is also good. I need a better food supply. I could achieve this by just playing another forest bird, then I can always discard a card for an extra food. But what I actually want is a bird that gives me one extra food upon activation. So I think this is the thing that I should be trying to draw for. So another example for a not totally useless but rather useless bird that is a beautiful inhabitant of my neighborhood. Yeah, we'll just keep on drawing, I guess. Okay, well, there could be an argument for drawing the other chickadee to just score a ton of points every time I get food. That's not totally off, actually. I could even place them in a way that they fulfill my bonus card. Well, something I haven't tried in a while, so let's do that and not discard an egg for an extra so that we can... Ah, we could have discarded an egg actually, because I need to get food before playing them, and... So it's a... it's a wild idea, sort of. So I would... I assume the feeder stays this way because my opponent is likely to play the Eleonora's Falcon. So I would simply grab 2 grubs and just play these 2 chickadees and then have fun every time I gain food. As expected, so... So, opponent has played 2... Oh, Gannett has even hit 2 times, nice. Good job, Gannett. Full point equal. The random number generator. Painted White Star, oh that would have been a bird that I would have liked. Goldsfinch is also nice. Perugian's Hawk is relevant for the round goal. I mean, I'm quite confident with the round goal at the moment because I can reach 8 rats and fish. My opponent is at 3 something, so I'm not worried at all. Yeah, White Star and Goldsfinch are kinda nice birds. If the White Star remains, I would probably go and draw it. And Great Crested Grebe. Interesting. I could see a use for all of them. I mean, the Grebe is not as great anymore because I have covered 2 spaces already. So I think that's off. But the Goldsfinch is really nice and useful, I guess. So I will just draw these 2. And draw an extra one. Don't think I'm going to use this. Housefinch and Little Egret. Housefinch is also pretty nice, but I don't have the right time to draw it, I guess. Ah, how big is the White Start? 22. Okay, so we go Chickadee, White Start, Chickadee, Goldsfinch, and we have fulfilled the Forest Data Analyst. Could be a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but that's something for future me to find out. Common chaffinch also. Alright, so what did I say? The biggest one first, which is the mountain chickadee. In with you. But this round I will probably only play the white start. Because the priority is then the snowy owl and the other big boy. Snowy owl. Snowy owl and bald eagle. Actually, this army of small point birds is also quite nice for round goal number 3, which is the opposite of round goal number 1, which my opponent played very actively towards. So, actually, I think the plan is not so bad to run the chickadees. Snowy owl is probably going to lay an egg, because while I do get my eggs on the fly, I don't get a ton of them. European robin. Beautiful. Reroll. Discard South Island robin. So how much fish in the bird feeder is the threshold for me to snap drop the bald eagle? I mean, it's been rolled away, so it doesn't matter anymore, but just considering, if there is one fish left, I might have gone for it. Regent Bowerbird, yeah. Thank you, this is something that I can discard for extra food. So yeah, with 5 nectar I will be fine. I'll still discard this to potentially be able to re-roll the bird feeder for the bald eagle. The beagle. Kenneth has caught 5 fish? Oh my god. That's a good Kenneth. And if the 2 eggs from on Eleonora's falcon, they also seem to stem from hits. It's amazing. My opponent's hunters are doing a really great job. Another reason to play the bald eagle quickly, and if it doesn't catch many fish, it will at least reset the bird feeder. That is definitely a unique combination of birds that my opponent is running. I've never seen this combination of birds in play, ever. Alright, let's go for the bald eagle. Not too bad. actually be a consideration to play Snowy over here to improve card drawing and strengthen the last round goal. But due to egg sparsity, probably going to play it in the grassland. Bromini kite. Oh, they are contesting the round goal. Good that I kept my... It sounds like a duck. Interesting. Another argument for my forest, actually. So, lay one egg. European goldfinch, grandala, white-throated dipper. Is there anything that I want? Opponent is not really in the tucking business. Yet, neither am I, so... don't think this is necessary. I will just pursue plan A. And play the next chickadee. I need to get some nectar in my forest at some point. This could be actually a job for one of these migratory birds. Spend nectar on a really bad 3-food migratory bird, move it away, play another one, move it away. It's the hidden usage of migratory birds. These awkward 3-food, 4 points, Buicks, Wren and stuff like that. That actually don't do much, not even in the early game where migratory birds are supposed to be good. But with the nectar component, actually, there is some strategy to it. I think I will gain food and play the spotted sandpiper actually in the wetlands to have better card draws. There is my one nectar. Okay. Yeah, my opponent really focuses on the 5+ birds. Ah, no, they actually have 2 4-point birds that are in between these round goals. Poor 4-point birds. I think the Africa expansion, if it's going to happen, needs to give us the birds with exactly 4 points end of round goals. I would appreciate it. Whee! I will play this one now and look for stuff. Yeah, so my plan is quite simple now actually. I want to draw some more cards, find some more birds that are worth points, gain a lot of food, play some of the birds, hope that it will be enough. Depending on the amount and the quality of the birds, I would say it could be enough, but if the birds of prey keep performing like this northern gannet, then it might not be enough actually. Because my birds are rather vanilla. I mean, except for the forest birds and the plover. They are worth points, but that's about their only talent. Which is fine. At least I have a talent. some days I don't have talent myself. Speaking of birds that we are looking for, ideally we look for birds that can live in the grasslands because there is space. And one more bird for the wetlands. Although the goldfinch could also go to the wetlands. But yeah, I will probably this turn just draw cards twice and see what options emerge. And see what happens. And yeah, while drawing cards, of course, activating the plover twice for 2 eggs. And then see where we end up. How much? I don't need 7 food in my final supply. Okay. We shall see. House finch in the wetlands. That's a goodie. Then actually the goldfinch here makes sense, right? Ooh. Interesting, but probably too late. And I cannot play this one, so can safely discard that. I could play Moltonis and lay eggs. That would activate it. And then I would still have... It's actually not the worst. And so they have drawn birds. Alternative number 2, I just play goldfinch. Goldfinch and goldsfinch. If I play Moltonis, I can also play goldsfinch. No, goldfinch and goldsfinch. Sheesh. Out of it. It's probably worth doing this because I might need to lay eggs anyways, because my 1 egg per activation is probably not enough anymore to play my birds in the later stages here, so let's go for it. Discard the shell duck to lay an extra egg. Then just overpay for goldfinch, play it here. Although actually would be much nicer not to overpay for the goldfinch and just play goldsfinch in the forest, because I really need to have enough food for the plants that I have. It's not probably not so critical if I miss 1 or 2 tucks. That could also go in the forest in terms of wingspan, by the way. Could be a game where I get the entire board filled. Whee! Oh, American Robin. Interesting. But nothing that I'm going to play in this game, so I might as well discard it. So then play Goldfinch out of the Warbler. Next round, gain food, play Goldfinch, lay eggs, draw cards. See where we need to go. Right, so here we are. Opponent played a red nut. Okay, I will play this one as planned over here. So, last round trade doesn't offer anything of particular interest. Opponent is taking food. Why does it show the hourglass on my side? Oh, snap. With the Goldfinch move, I of course missed to put nectar in my forest. And they left me only shit. Thanks for nothing. And no nectar holes. That's horrible. How much nectar have they spent in the wetlands? Need a lot to compete that. Yeah, the nectar is going to be a problem. I feel that my opponent is better at rolling dice this game than me. I mean, at least since my last mention, again, it hasn't caught anything, but still. So, 5... I can simply look here. I got 9 food. Probably need to gain food once more. Yeah, I definitely need to get food once more, but I'm not sure yet which food. Probably I need to draw cards first. It's a bit unfortunate. I'm very dependent on luck now, because I only have one 6-point and one 4-point bird in my hand. And with Maltoni's Warbler and Goldfinch, I want to play 3 birds at least. So I need to draw one, at least, medium reasonable guy to make this whole thing work. Okay, when the bird feeder looks like that, I'm not inclined to go there again. And we'll probably... So they gained food twice now. Okay. Seems to suggest that I'm not in a hurry playing the European Goldfinch. So let's draw cards and hope for the best. Not good. That's okay, actually. What was my other bonus card? The stuff cached on. Oh, that's not good. White-throated Swift, that's also not really good. And then I could play that and then improve my egg laying. It's really rather mediocre. But I don't want to risk discarding an egg for an extra card. This is also not super impressive. I cannot play this one anymore, so discard. in this situation. I need to roll nectar now. That's quite horrible. So I can spend 7 food. This is enough for Ryebill, Goldfinch, and White-throated Swift. Swift is okay. It gets me to this spot. Lets me tuck another card for an extra egg. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that I don't need anymore, so it makes efficient use of my resources. Although it's not the most exciting bird I've seen. Let's pay a worm for it to have the nectar left for my goldfinch. And then play the Ryebill with fish and worm out of the goldfinch. Now this game is going not really well, mainly due to the really terrible nectar rolls. So how many nectar have I rolled since I have my forest full? 1? I mean, I have 9 nectar down here. Means I got 8 nectar in the game. That's really disappointing. And it might well decide the game, because I cannot win any nectar category. And if they spend their last nectar not in the grassland, but in the forest, which would be odd, then I can at least tie, but I'm really skeptical about that. Yeah, also, Ryebill is probably only a very mediocre play, because there's only 2 bonus cards discarded. Oh, Stubble Quail, great. And I know that my bonus card doesn't give me anything. This is not looking great. Discard. Discard. Tuck. End of round, play this one. Oh no, I forgot about the round call. Shit. Shit. Oh. I totally wrecked this. I forgot that I need to play the 5th bird. That this round goal was mentally booked as completed. Yeah, if it's about 3 points or so, then this is the point where I finally lost it. Yeah, and as expected, this doesn't do anything. Yeah, this went really horrible. 100 points. I don't think this will be enough to win this game, actually. So I will not be ahead on birds. Can catch up a little bit here. This is equal. Eggs are also shit. Foods are shit. Tucked cards are shit. And I'm back on nectar. Yeah, this is... Okay, it was not about the the round goal, the last one that I screwed. Yeah, I think I lost this game on factors that I couldn't control. Didn't roll any nectar, didn't draw any birds with enough stats to help me, and then my plan with the forest engine didn't really come into being as well. Yeah, this is the first loss in the second stage then. Please, if you, except from the obvious mistakes, see any mistake that I've made, any way where I could have turned into a different direction and have made this a better game, please let me know. I think this is one of the games where I didn't have much control over my fate. I could have, of course, tried to draw more cards, but it's also unclear whether this would have helped. In any case, thank you for watching, and be sure to tune in for the next iteration of Wingspan World Cup 25.